Hi, my name is Morgan Quattlebaum, and I interned at First Baptist Church of Augusta. My internship supervisor was David Hughes. He is the current youth pastor at First Baptist Church. We met at the internship fair that Augusta University held, and he had a booth set up, and I had printed out 12 resumes, I believe, and was handing them out to internship booths that I was interested in, and he was one of them. He was the first to contact me. I thought about it, and after thinking about it, I believed that interning at a church as big as First Baptist was a good move, just for the fact that it had so many networking possibilities, and I saw an opportunity for me to improve on my networking skills and also my social media skills, because that's the area that I'm trying to focus in. So my job at First Baptist was a little bit of everything. I dabbled in a little bit of everything. From the get-go, he told me in our initial internship interview that he wanted to teach me and help me improve on as many skills as possible, not just one single skill. So I had various jobs. I was in charge of coordinating events with the parents and the youth, and I would arrive early to make sure that everything was set up with the vendors and with the parents, and that everybody had done the job that they were given to do. And that was really hard at first. That was coming in as someone new to be put in charge of that. But I learned a lot of leadership skills from that and a lot of confidence from that. Another thing that I did with my internship was I played a big role in photographing and just capturing and documenting special moments for the church to be posted on their website and on social media platforms, which I had been given administrative responsibility of. So I was an administrator for their Instagram account and their Facebook account. So my job was to keep that alive and keep the students engaged. And I would post daily on Instagram because we found that that got the most interactions and views, and it kept the students engaged. We posted daily Bible verses. We would give them reading plans. I would come up with reading plans for the students. Then they would follow them, and I would post them daily on the Instagram story. Then we started doing, when the coronavirus happened, we took that opportunity to go fully online with the devotionals, and it ended up impacting us really well. I would show up once a week, every Tuesday, to film a 5-minute video for 7 days worth, and I would edit those videos using Adobe Premiere Pro, which I had access to beforehand. Even after the school released it, I already had access to it, so I used that. That's my preferred program. I'm familiar with it. And I would edit the videos, and I would post them on the Instagram and the Facebook page for the youth ministry every day at 10:30. I found that consistency, posting it at the same time every day, people would expect it at that time. It would improve our views and interactions when I would show consistency when posting them daily. New skills that I have gained as a result of my internship, I would say the biggest one is public speaking, which sounds a little odd, given that my main role was on social media and coordinating events. But from time to time, I was asked to go up on stage in between sermons and give announcements or speak to the youth and the parents talk about events, talk about fundraisers, talk about what I needed from them, and to make it happen, to make the fundraiser happen, to make the events happen. And that was not my strong suit to begin with. I was not good at public speaking, at least not in that environment. I've taken several public speaking classes, but I've never spoken to that type of environment and in that impromptu type of situation. Every speech I've ever given has been memorized and had an outline in front of me with index cards, and it was a new challenge. But by the end of my internship, I was extremely comfortable with hopping on stage, grabbing the microphone, talking to them what needed to happen, the progress that we've made, or tell them about an event that we had and the results of it. For example, we had a fundraiser where there were gift baskets contributed, and it was a silent auction, and my job was to make sure everything ran smoothly and more of behind the scenes type of stuff. And I was supposed to photograph and promote, and which was a huge part. I would promote a lot of events, and I was asked to get on stage and let the youth and the parents know about the event and what I needed from them and how it was going to go. And that was a huge thing for me because I played a huge part in promoting that. I asked students to volunteer to be in videos because I noticed that the message meant more coming from a student than it did me, because people were more familiar with the student. They had known them their whole lives. So I would come up with scripts to promote the event, the fundraiser, for example, and I would pick 2 of the volunteers, and I would meet up with them and coordinate with them, and they would read off their script, and I would film it, and I would post it all over Instagram and Facebook. And we had a really great turnout for that fundraiser, and it really ended up being a great success, in my opinion. I think the biggest challenge and the time that I rose to a challenge in my internship was when I was asked to lead a group on Wednesday nights. I feel that I lack in leadership skills. I was given this opportunity to lead a group of about 20 kids and give basically devotionals every Wednesday night and lead a class and organize it. And while this isn't really in the realm of communication, it did teach me leadership skills that will be valuable. And even though I'll be working with adults instead of children one day, I think it was a good start, and it helped me learn how to be organized and how to know what I'm talking about when I go into a room and be able to answer questions on the spot. I think personally I've grown as a professional as a result of this internship. I've learned time management. That's a big deal in the professional world. I've learned that to work on a quick timeline, to turn things around when there's an event coming up and I need the details of that event and I get them 3 or 4 days before the event. I've learned to turn them around quickly within 24 hours and get them posted and notify the parents and everyone that needed to be notified. And dressing professionally. Working for a church, it's a little bit different environment than a normal internship. So because I worked for a church, I was required to be present on Sunday mornings because my presence was something that was important. And so I would dress as you would for a Sunday church service. And then that night, when I would show up for youth worship, I would dress with a professional blouse and either black pants or slacks. Obviously no jeans with holes in them or anything like that. Closed-toed shoes, just very professional. And then Wednesday nights were a little more casual. I would wear jeans with, again, I wouldn't wear holes in them, but it would be professional. My communication skills and networking, I've met so many contacts through this internship, and I'm so thankful for it. It's been so nice. I've met different owners of videography businesses across the Augusta area that I had no idea about before I took this internship and met them. I've met several photographers. I've met several people in HR that could give me advice on where to work when I get my degree, or where to interview at, where to try to get a job at. Again, I covered public speaking. It's helped me improve that. My confidence has been it's boosted so much since this internship, because you have to have confidence when you speak in front of that many people. And constructive criticism, when we would meet on Wednesdays, he would give me constructive criticism, and I've learned to take that well and build on it and improve on it. I think this internship has changed me and shaped me for my long-term career goals. When I went into it, I thought I wanted to be a journalist and writing weekly newsletters. I learned that maybe I don't want to work at a desk and write stories all day, which I understand journalism is more than that. You go and you get the story, but I think I want to work something more in an environment where, like, human resources, or something more hands-on where I can help people, maybe for a nonprofit organization or something along those lines. I think I'm leaning more towards when I get my degree. And any advice I would give for future interns: communicate. That is such a big deal in an internship, because it's a learning experience. You're not there to be perfect. You're there to be shaped and learn from your mistakes, and your internship supervisor is there to help you. So communicate with them, be open with them, tell them any issues that you have, tell them something you're uncomfortable with, because they will help you, because most likely they have been there too before when they were your age and in your position. And also get to know as many people as you possibly can. It's so important to network and communicate and just learn faces and names, because it might help you later on down the road when you're trying to get a job. Thank you.